Hello, we have here with us the founder of GateZero, Hemal Patel. Hemal, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Do you want to tell us, first of all, what is GateZero?
GateZero is tools for assessing technology investment. It's also tools for formulating products, and it's also a trading tool for product owners. So there are three things in one. So what it does basically is it forecasts output or outcome of a technology investment before you invest. Then it tells you how much revenue can you expect. Is it a few $1 million a year opportunity, hundreds of millions of dollars a year opportunity, or $1 billion opportunity? And it also tells you when you'll be able to make that kind of money. So how long you have to wait. So these are three critical questions that all the companies, before starting any initiative, these are the questions that companies are facing. But so far, we don't have a very methodical framework that allows you to know these answers. So that's what GateZero is.
Oh, that is very interesting. You had mentioned that this is a breakthrough innovation. Can you tell us why it is a breakthrough innovation?
It's a breakthrough innovation because it came through a lot of research. We've been working with this for last 6 years or so, and we finally we have ran over 2,000 initiatives through this startups initiative, corporate initiative, big size companies, small size companies, and then finally we were able to get to the model, which kind of is a generalized model which predicts based on the input. It predicts the likely outcome of any initiative, strategy, or even a feature of an application that you want to build. So it works at a variety of different levels. And the reason it's breakthrough is basically because the kind of impact it will have on companies of what they're trying to do. It is like knowing your stock investments performance before you invest. So imagine you have that capability, right?
Wow, I would like that.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we are giving to as our innovation to the companies, and that's what we call it, a breakthrough innovation.
So, how was it built? How does this work?
So basically, you see, there are so when we started, we actually started with building the success mantra, the success model for any digital business, digital innovation, and we set out with finding what are the success drivers. So then we studied a wide variety, a wide portfolio of applications. So then we at that point we shortlisted 450 of such drivers, which is quite a lot. So then we further worked on it and we reduced it to about 135 predictors. And then we divided those predictors into 16 different tools. These are unique tools that nobody has, this complete new invention. Nobody has heard about those. These are 16 tools that basically builds the foundation of any digital innovation or digital initiative success. Now, these 16 tools then is a concept and it comes with a scorecard. So how it works is you have to first learn the concept and then you have to build a scorecard based on what you are trying to do. So it's very, very focused on your business, your unique situation, your unique idea or strategy or investment, whatever you are trying to do. So it's not a generic thing that, hey, industry is doing this, your industry is doing this. It's not generic as such, and it's very in-depth and elaborate, and it provides quite a reliable go/no-go decisions right up front before you invest.
That is very interesting because all companies comes with its own little challenges. But do you want to tell us more about who can benefit from this? And
So basically, there are three or four different categories of our customers. So first is all the enterprises. They have big corporates, any size of companies, anybody who builds software for their business. Those folks definitely have a huge benefit by utilizing GateZero. The second are the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have high failure rates. So now over 90% of the startups fail. So this is also a huge tool for them so that they can invest their time and money into right direction and use their high energy years pursuing something that has more likelihood of success than something that is predicted to fail, like very high probability. So that's the second category. The third category is venture capitalists and all the investors. They So basically, venture capitalists they pretty much know that most of their investments are going to fail, but the benefit of this is they are able to enhance their portfolio with more positive uh, investments, and the bigger outcome is also for them is to stay away from all the stressful situations that they'll get into, because once you get into something that is not working, it creates a lot of stress, and it's not good for anyone. So it has a widespread impact for all these categories of users, and also uh, for product owners, anybody who is trying to build their career as product owners anywhere. This is a very good framework for them to learn. So basically, they can build effective products for their organization.
So tell it, this sounds very interesting, and it looks like it is a breakthrough technology here, and the entrepreneurs and companies might be able to use it to their advantage. Tell our audience, how can they start utilizing GateZero?
So it's very simple. You can just go to GateZeroDigital.com and you can register for a free trial. We are also offering free training right now. So you can pretty much start with $0 investment, and you can start leveraging the technology. And the first thing is you can start assessing or testing the efficacy of the solution for you. So that's very easy. What you do is you take any of your idea or any of your past investment that has failed. Like all organizations have projects that have not gone well. They shut down. It's not performing well. So those are the projects. You start with them and you see what the tool is telling you, as if you were thinking of investing and not actually have gone through that pain. And then you will know and you will understand exactly what is the output summary it is producing. It actually tells you wide variety of recommendation, and it exactly shows you where the weakness is, and it also recommends you what you need to do, because that comes through our training and the tools and the concept. Like for example, if you have a weak buyer motivation parity, what do you do with that? If you have a weak crux score, what do you do with that? How do you pivot it? So it basically tells you where the weakness is, and then what you do is you go back to the drawing board and then you iterate virtually, so you don't have to actually build, release, get customer feedback, and then again change, again do release, because this is very expensive, time consuming process. Even if you do rapid prototyping at the beginning, it's still, this is quite a cumbersome way to do it. Instead, GateZero allows you to do it virtually and do it very, very quickly. So for example, a first pass scorecard can be built in 30 minutes. That fast.
Really?
It's very fast. And obviously then, depending upon how well skilled you are at building those scorecards, it is kind of, uh, you know, the accuracy is dependent on how good you are at building it. So the first pass tends to be more towards a go decision, because there is an entrepreneur's bias, because it's your idea, you're attached to it, it's your baby. So you really want to, you're probably putting more optimistic inputs. And then we also teach you how to correct that bias and then build something second pass or third pass evaluation, which is more rooted in ground realities and which is more accurate in terms of its prediction.
Do you want to tell us some of the user experiences? Do you want to share any use case studies that they have used GateZero?
Yeah, definitely. So we basically consult with this is a new technology. Obviously, not a lot of companies are up to the speed with it. So when we consult with our clients, uh, we basically, this is what we do with this is how we start. So what we do is we take some of their old initiatives that have failed or been very successful, and then we work with them and run it through the model, and we let them see how it is, how accurate it is. So for example, one of our clients, they had shut down an initiative with 3 years invested into it in $10 million, and then they did not find any customers. And at that point, they did not understand what to do with this, whether to stay invested or shut it down, or where is this going? What is the potential? They did not have any idea about it. So that's when, so we took that initiative and we ran it through our framework. And in 10 minutes, the framework gave a no-go answer. So just imagine 10 minutes of GateZero versus 3 years and $10 million, and that's the difference. And then you can run it through, and then once you get a no go, you can try to pivot it and kind of again see if your market, if your model allows you to have a meaningful pivot. If not, then move on to the next idea. Then you save yourself all these hassle. And then if you run your entire portfolio or applications through GateZero, it tells you very clearly that these are the high priority ones, and all these ones are things that pretty much you can shut down. So then you invest all those resources back into the initiatives that are more promising. So that will reduce your stress, chaos. It will bring certainty to your organization, and it has a lot of secondary benefits that is just as valuable as the primary benefit.
That is so interesting, the way you save such valuable resources, time, money, and time's the essence these days. My next question was going to be, how would someone approach these go no go recommendations? As you said, you just channelize your time and resources in something else, or you make the model, you tweak your model in the existing plans to make it work for you.
Yeah, so what happens is generally like there's a lot of when people start something, there's a lot of excitement about it, and the very fact that you are evaluating something, that means you believe in it mostly, and at variety of degree, you can be absolutely crazy about it, or you can be, oh, let's evaluate this, right? So there are different scenarios, but when you get, for example, when you get a no go, so you have to take it seriously. If the model is telling you no go, it is also identifying why is it a no go. It's
Okay.
not a black box. It tells you why it thinks that it's a no go. So at that point, um, if you are willing to take that kind of risk, if you understand that no go decision and you still want to go ahead, you can do that because you now understood the risk and you are willing to take that risk. Okay, so that's good. In other cases, if these are legitimate reasons that you have not thought about, and this is something that if it this is an important initiative and the time and money matters to you, plus you have other initiatives that are more promising, then you would actually not rather not do this, do something else.
Mm.
So it's a contextual evaluation of those decisions, so how you basically take this decision. On the other hand, just because the framework is telling you, yeah, it's a go, it's a great opportunity, go ahead, it doesn't mean that you're going to be successful, because you can fail at the execution level. And that happens because sometimes you have not assessed your capabilities, execution capabilities, which is also part of the scorecard, accurately. You have overestimated your execution capabilities. So some of those things also do play. Generally, once you have done that, once you have done a few of those, you do get a good hang of it, and after that it's just very very quick. And then there are two levels. So one level is what we call innovation board, where you can gather ideas from all sorts of company resources at all levels of company resources. So you may actually have, let's say, 300 different investment ideas coming through all levels of organization, right? Like your marketing wants to do this, this, and this. Your IT wants to improve the infrastructure. These are the cloud migration projects. These are the new cool AI projects you're doing, and these all it's all mixed, very different kinds of initiatives, right? And all these are coming to you. So even before you prepare a detailed kind of scorecard and put a little bit of research into it, the first pass show you very very quickly which ones are the ones that you want to do first.
Mhm.
So even then there is a double layer there which allows you to quickly. So the first pass is like literally 5 minutes or 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes, and then you put it, then you say, okay, yeah, this looks like, these five looks like high potential, let's evaluate them more. When you take it in, again within 30 minutes you get a first pass of even a detailed evaluation, and then there is a research component to it, which exactly show you 8 or 10 different unique things that you need to research before you go further.
Wow.
But it eliminates the randomness in the research. It exactly tells you what you need to research, and once you do that research, then you refine your scorecard, and then you kind of go from there.
Do you want to tell our audience, how would these companies and entrepreneurs validate GateZero?
So exactly the same as I said, basically, uh, just look at all your failures or success in past. First use that, We also have a case study. We have evaluated over 20 failed startups, for example. We have published that white paper that everybody can access. So what we did is we took known failures, and then we ran them through the scorecard, and the scorecard predicts. And then we also know the known reasons for them, and scorecard pretty much aligns with that prediction. So it's a very easy historical validations. And then when you learn the concept, and when the scorecard is making that prediction or go no go recommendation, it is not a black box to you. You very well understand it, like why it is saying a no go, and then you go back and you improve that and you bring it back to evaluation. And after you've exhausted all your pivots, at that time you can make, okay, fine, this looks like, let's put this on side, let's evaluate something else. And
Mhm.
then kind of, that's how you basically decide to invest in these initiatives and not invest in these initiatives.
Wow. Talk to me about training. Is any training needed to use this model? Who can use it? Can I use the model, the scorecard?
Yes, the training is basically, it's an 8-hour training, and the training is divided into two different kinds of flavors depending upon how what kind of time the enterprises want to invest. So there is a 16-hour detailed training program, and there is an 8-hour a kind of a crash course kind of a program where it teaches you all 16 tools, all the concept behind the tools, and what basically with examples it gives proper training to the staff of how they want to how you would like to use your scorecard, how exactly, if the scorecard is asking for a particular input, what is the valid input, and how do you decide that this is the valid input in your scenario. So anybody can learn. Training is, and we are right now providing free training programs, so it doesn't cost you anything. You just have to register, and then we are, as a part of, as a part of goodwill right now, not good economic times, a lot of companies may not have budget, though they need this very desperately. So we understand that, and as our promotional activity also, we are offering it for free, so anybody can learn it. And then it provides you the the lingo of digital success, and it infuses the prudence of digital business throughout the company, because when you learn these tools, they also build your vocabulary, and they allow you to communicate with the concept and vocabulary that will quickly basically allow companies to go to the next level of their digital promise.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about these tools before they get into the training program?
So like, yeah, I can. So few of them. So for example, we have a tool called buyer motivation parity, right? So that is a tool that allows you to assess how soon will your product get traction. So that's a bigger question. One of the things it allows you to do is that it also tells you what kind of longevity strategy you need to use. When you are gonna get, uh, when will when can you expect revenue, right? So you can scale or launch your operations in accordance with that. Something that is going to be successful in 5 years, you don't want to have a plan that only allows 2 years worth of operation and then you run out of money, or like, or your expectation is, oh, that didn't work in 2 years, then let's shut it down, because this was a 5 year or 7 year thing. So it tells you all that insights into it. It also tells you about your marketing approaches. An advanced version of buyer motivation parity tools informs your marketing about how to market this product. What are the events that you need to market on, and whether you're going to have marketing challenges using if you build this product. And then it tells you, it's a quadrant system which tells you the reality of the quadrant. So you understand it grounds your expectation that if you do this, this is how much it is going to take. This is when you're going to make money, and whether you're going to make money or not. There's one part of the tool which also basically predicts whether this is a revenue generating, monetizable kind of idea or initiative that you have, or it's just it's not going to build any revenue. So that's one tool. Then there is another tool called, so then we have another thing called problem validation score, which is a very comprehensive evaluation of if this problem is worth solving or not. It's a multidimensional evaluation. Then we have another tool called Crux Rectangle, which builds the core strength in your product to take it through the noisy and crowded market to stand on its own. Because market is very hard and very tough. Market does not care about how much hard work you put into your product, what your personal situation is, and how important it is for you for this product to be successful. Market does not care about that. It will reject 5 years of your hard work in 5 minutes. So so that's what we are trying to prevent. So Crux Rectangle will allow you to build a product that will withstand the brutality of the market. So those are some of the tools, and then we have many more like these that provides you very comprehensive view of what you're trying to do.
Wow, that looks very interesting and promising, all the tools that you just mentioned here. My last question to you, Mr. Hemal Patel, is most of the companies want to know this these days. In the current wave of AI, do you want to tell us how GateZero can help?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because we are in the at the very beginning of massive disruption through AI technologies. So everybody has used Chat GPT and transformative AI, and how crazy it is. Everybody's kind of worried, at the same time cautiously optimistic. But this is an innovation that is impacting or going to impact every business and every business application. And this is Google CEO's word. It's not even what I'm saying. Sundar Pichai said that in one of his interviews. So now imagine that, like every business, every single application, imagine the volume of work, and imagine the confusion in the direction that where do you invest, right? That is where GateZero is going to be immensely valuable. It will quickly validate all your directions, and it will show all the companies and any investor the right direction, the right projects to undertake. Because AI is just a tool. Ultimately, it's going to be the use case. What is the use case that you're solving? And if you are able to solve it successfully. So that's where GateZero is going to be immensely powerful. More so because AI technology is even more difficult to build than traditional technology. Now we have 70% failure rate for traditional technology projects. They don't quite deliver the expected value. 30% of them outrightly fail. These are traditional technology initiatives. Startup is like 90 plus percent failure rate. Now, when you bring AI into the picture, AI is not a linear kind of time and money kind of initiatives. So regular initiative, even if they are late, you can say that okay, 3 more months and you'll get there, or more months. In AI, you may actually never get that algorithm that produces acceptable results. So in that case, a tool like GateZero is even more important, basically because it will absolutely uh, show you the right path, and it will weed out like very very obvious failure modes that most companies do that, like because the failure is quite multidimensional. So the generally the excitement tends to be a unidimensional. So you are only looking at, oh yeah, this looks like a good thing, we need to do that. But you're not thinking of all the other things that can cause failure. So that's why GateZero basically comes in the picture. It does a multi-dimensional evaluation, and it shows you which ones are the right initiatives for you to invest in. So and in the wake of AI, it's more important than ever before.
Well, thank you so much, Hemal Patel, for telling our audience how useful GateZero can be for us. Thank you all.
Thank you.